Hey there, it's John again, and this is my latest posting regarding the 2007 season of Project Runway. This is the review of week number 4. So here we go. Pretty much this was kind of a boring episode. Nothing much happened in this episode. There wasn't too much drama. The only two that were causing any problems or issues were really Ricky and Victoria because they were teamed together. But I'll explain that in a minute. This week's challenge on Project Runway, the designers had to reinterpret 12 outdated fashion trends. Among them, such trends that we visited on the episode were underwear is outerwear, shoulder pads, neon, fringe, overalls, 70s flares. I'll go through the rest as we go along here. Once the contestants were chose a fad trend that they had to reinvent, they were put into groups of 3. So we had 4 groups of 3 members per team. The first team had Ricky, Elisa, and Victoria, and they had to reinterpret cutouts, neon, and underwear as outerwear. Team 2 was Chris, Steve, and Sweet Pea, which they had to reinterpret shoulder pads, dancewear, and baggy sweater. Team 3 was Kevin, Jillian, and Rami. They had a redo or reinvent overall, poodle skirt, and 70s flare, which I think is still in. 70s flare has never gone out. It's still a fashion statement. It's not outdated. 70s flare, anything 70s will never be outdated. Then Team 4 was Christian, Jack, and Kit, and they had to reinvent pleather, fringe, and zoot suit. So, out of these 4 teams, I thought the one that had the best chance of winning was Christian, Jack, and Kit, because their collection was very modern. It was very European. It was like black and white and gray silhouettes, and their collection had all these elements of pleather, fringe, and zoot suit, but it didn't look outdated. It looked very, very modern. The one team that also was doing good was Chris, Steve, and Sweet Pea. They had this whole like kind of denim blue fabric style pattern that they worked in their outfits. Rami's poodle skirt was awesome. Jillian's overall pantsuit was really cute. Kevin's jean shorts was okay. I guess that was supposed to be the 70s flare. I guess it was like 70s shorts. It was okay. Chris and Steve and Sweet Pea had to work with like sweater fabrics and knits, and it was very beige and very brown, and it wasn't that great. Steven's outfit was the one that kind of looked out of place compared to the other 2 outfits. But the one with all the trouble was Rick, Elisa, and Victoria. Excuse me, still recovering from my cough. Rick was team captain, but Victoria started to take control of like the designs and put her input and kind of make recommendations and say, you know, what they should do and how the look should go. And then Ricky was like, well, if you want to be captain, why don't you take the reins? And since you're so gung-ho about it, just go ahead and do it. She's like, no, you're the team captain. You're supposed to tell me how to interpret my fashion. You're supposed to give me the challenge. Oh, excuse me. They just kept going at it. So we knew where the drama was going to come up, and we knew who was going to end up in the bottom 2. The guest judge on this competition was Donna Karen, so it was cute to see her as a judge on this episode. The winning team ended up being Jillian, Kevin, and Rami's team. I guess either the poodle skirt kind of won them over, so they won the challenge. Christian's team, Christian, Jake, and Kit, they came in the 2nd place. And really the 4 people that were left to kind of distinguish who should go was between Ricky and Victoria, and Chris and Steve. And the final 2 ended up being Ricky and Chris. And I guess ultimately Chris's outfit, he did like a sweater dress when he did a short velvet brown short jacket with big shoulder pads and long sleeves that was just horrible. It was just really horrible. At least Ricky's outfits, they're neon and their patterns kind of had a look to them, and they kind of went together. So the one that got eliminated was Chris. So he left on week number 4 of Project Runway. Ricky keeps getting away. He keeps slipping through. I don't know if his time is up or he's just going to be the one we keep seeing in the bottom 2 week after week after week. So all in all, for a not too bad episode. I guess the next episode is the drama episode with Jake. Jack. Why don't I keep going Jake? Maybe because I'm looking at my dog Jake and I keep thinking Jake, but it's Jack. And he has a little drama, and I guess, I don't know, there might be something about a death in his family. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens when that airs, and I'll give you my review of that episode next week. So thanks for watching this week's review of Project Runway 2007. Excuse me, frog in the throat. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week. Bye bye.